Alright, gamers. Sorry for the delay there. Half-hour delay. We'll compensate by streaming a little bit longer. I am hopeful to finish this DLC today. If you give me a second, though, the music is going to kick off because I do need to tab back over to OBS. There we go. Alright. Let's get one again. That's the thing about, like, I say it every time we stream Dishonored, or any of these older games. They have this weird thing about, like, tabbing out. Let's get the controller on. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, part of the delay was I was taking a walk, and I didn't realize what time it was when I went on my walk. So, yeah. Let people know. Sorry, give me a second here. Alright. So, let's get the dashboard going on my phone, because your boy needs the assistance. Let's do the game. Hope you can forgive me, I'm still a little bit nasally. Kind of a little annoying that I've been this nasally recently. But, as I say, 'tis what it is. So let's get into it. Sorry about that. I believe we are... Yes, we're at the legal district. We are doing eminent domain. Right? Is that what this mission's called? Yeah. So we gotta go get this guy and figure out what he knows. Okay, so where I left off, we came through the Hatter Gangs area to get to here. And if I recall correctly, I think there's a window here. Let's get this dude. Put him out of the way. Alright, cool. Just line up. Just need to sneak in here because we're gonna definitely want the money. And part of me would like to be able to get to that, I don't think he can hear, right? Sweet, he cannot. I would like to be able to get to... what you call it? We may have to use a sleep arrow on this guy. Right here. Alright, so far so good. Don't like it that I had to use a sleep arrow, but there was kind of no way around that situation. Alright, so I don't know why the music kicked up like that. That's a little alarming. Oh, is it because I gotta take the, stealth? Okay. Gotta take the hack back over there. It's been a minute, so you'll have to forgive me. I don't remember what the extra thing is to do here. Because I don't think I've ever actually done it, so we're kind of experimenting right now. see. Surely. You be quick about this. Just gonna tap that door. Alright, so for the most part, now we just need to... Wait, why is this boarded up? That's not something I can destroy, is it? Doesn't look like it. Nah, it's just a chunk of wall. Okay. Oh, right now, yeah, I'll use one. Why are you making all that noise, game? It's using the, like, eerie ambience for whatever reason. I don't think it needs to. Lizzie Stride and the Dead Eels. William Cotter, captain of the merchant vessel the Windover, reports that on the 23rd day of the month of Ness, his vessel was waylaid by the Dead Eels, a gang of notorious criminals known for acts of river piracy, wanton destruction, and smuggling. Prior to the blockade, the Windover was bound for Dunwall, bearing medical supplies, food, and material goods from the city of Driscoll in northeast Bristol. Bristol. Fascinating. The captain claims that a quarter past midnight, he heard the aft bell sound alarm. Weather was foggy. The captain's first thought was that of immediate collision. My bad. But when he exited his quarters, he found a grisly scene. Half his men already gutted on the boards, and the rest locked in a vicious struggle. Captain Cotter surmised that the Dead Eel swam up to the boat and scaled the side of the ship with climbing hooks, but how they'd caught the ship or where they had come from, he couldn't fathom. Realizing he had no chance, knowing that the Dead Eels took no prisoners, Captain Cutter immediately hid in a hollow of false bottom shipping crate. I asked the captain why legitimate traders should need secret compartments, but he couldn't remember where he had gotten it and assured me it had been empty. Safely hidden from the view while his crew was butchered, Cotter also witnessed the appearance of the Dead Eel's leader, a violent woman by the name of Lizzie Stride. He reports that her teeth were filed to sharp points and that she went about the deck of the ship barefoot. Cotter, clearly out of his mind with fear, even claims her feet were webbed, adding to my suspicion. I'll note that Captain Cotter still had the stench of brandy on his breath when the river patrol fished him out of the water. Lizzie Stride proceeded to question the first mate for several minutes before biting the mate's tongue out of his own mouth and tossing him into the river. Good lord. Eventually, the Dead Eels discovered the captain's stash of King Street brandy. Captain Cotter used this discovery and the ensuing celebration as an opportunity to slip overboard undetected. I'm recommending a detailed patrol of the area in case the Dead Eels left any clues. They sank the ship, but some useful wreckage might be recovered. Also, I recommend that William Otter's status as captain and his trading license be stripped at once. Furthermore, the man should be investigated for charges of smuggling among the Wernhaven. Officer Manley Hotchkins. Wernhaven Patrol. Fascinating. Wait a second. I can go in that apartment. Missing keynote. Cap, looks like the Hatters broke in and took the key to the legal district, so I'm going back. I'm going to knock some heads. Pete. Like it was just like unfathomably easy. Dowd can just get away in the broad daylight with this stuff. Travel to Pandysia. The man set out. I set out with our good sailors. No doubt half of them have to cut their teeth on the rascally pirate ships spawned in the Circonian archipelago. Or they were, I should say. Half of them died before we sighted the broken red cliffs welcoming those who would visit the far continent, as it is called. Sickness, infighting, poisoned by a school, or one would say a flock of small fish that fly over the waves like birds, landing in the hundreds across the deck, pricking any they touched with toxic quills. 2 thrown overboard by gusting demon winds. The quiet Tavian navigator simply dead in his bunk, wrapped in his white furs, eyes wide with terror. Few have crossed the ocean, and the distance to Pandysia is greater than most would imagine. More died climbing the cliffs, and now with but a handful I stood across the great expanse of land that exists. My allies are frightened, for this is beyond them, and now their captain is dead too, stung by something that resembles a prairie mole, but reacted with a great apocalyptic outrage when handled. So it falls to me to lead them. Oh, Anton. Granny's recipe. Cruel Nancy Cruel Nancy, take the world from her greedy hands. Lay it before the green-eyed or the black-eyed groom. Cut sharp, cut deep, red drip, drop. Last and least, burn it with the hearth of a lawless man. Do this for me, dearie, and I'll give you a birthday treat, Granny. I have a feeling Granny wants me to kill someone. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Richard Tamer Combris. Okay, we read this in the vanilla game. Let's see, what's that bone char? Of life. That's handy. We'll use it for now. Alright, because I saw a hatter in the window.
This area is under lockdown. Any unauthorized individuals are to be considered suspicious and confronted immediately.
Let me see what's going on over here.
That's a thing of food. How many more Hatter Gang? See, 3 more?
Someone wants to get hurt.
Well, they're all aggroed, so
Someone wants to get hurt.
not sure why they're all aggroed.
Someone's still prowling around.
Yep. It's me. So there's nothing in here, in this room at least. Did cut a couple of sleep arrows. That looks like it might be something important. I kind of want to see what this dude's gonna do. Oh, we're going loud.
Got it. Where got ya? Somebody.
Hatter House key. I don't know why I have the Hatter House key. I'm gonna find out though. I wonder if that's for the upper floor to-do list. Loot that one place, get even with Craxton. That key we nicked from the watch can get us inside the illegal district. We'll get some nice pawnables from the lawyer types later tonight. I put the key upstairs for now. Brush my teeth this week. Admirable list. Oh, I think I know why we got it now. Because I think... It's not this floor, it's the next one, right? It is the next floor. At least I think it is. You see how, like, this is all broken in and we can't climb that? I may be wrong. I was wrong. So I have no idea what that key is for. Unless it's, like, literally for the main door. Which would be really, really funny that I did all this work for essentially nothing. Looks like I can go up higher. Can we get much higher, though? I think we can. Just not aware of how to do it right now. This may have been for nothing. So I can climb up on this. Oh.
The heir to the throne, Emily, is still missing. Any person with information that leads to her discovery will be granted a substantial reward.
There's money there. Only because I don't trust my jumping skills. Let me see here. Can I get to there? So my mana charge back up. Let's see here. I need you to stay over that way. Still staying over there? Yes, you are. Keep hearing that, like, blink noise, and I can't tell if that's, like, Billy coming up to say hi, or something else. So this is here. Makes me wonder what this is for. I hear it. I hear a ruin. It's... Huh? It's right there. Oh. That's why. That's such an out here place. Is that literally all there is to do here? I guess so. Such an, like... I mean, I'm thankful for it because, like, another ruin's another ruin, but, like, at the same time, it's like, why there? Alright. I'm gonna save game before I forget, because we have a bad habit of doing that. Probably like stop time and sleep during them.
What is it?
I just wanted to say, congratulations on getting your own squad.
Nice.
Wait, they're just gonna walk
You
away?
have more men, sir? I heard the Hatters claim this block.
You're the Watch, fool. You're worth any 5 of those street. Try to remember that.
Uh-oh. Is he going in the booth? Yes, he is.
Let me know if you want to take my patrol. Bug someone else.
Nice.
Am I about to risk it all for 50 coin? I'm debating that. There we go. Just like that, we've made it into the legal district.
Scout up ahead. Try to find out where Timsh is.
There's an equipment stash on the rooftops nearby. We've been anticipating doing a hit on Timsh for some time.
I know. Half the city wants him dead. We'll earn some gold on this one. I'll meet you up ahead.
Bone charm. What's this bone charm? Oh, we can get another upgrade. Bend time, not enough. I only have one rune. I guess I do only have one rune. Okay. Oh, I know this apartment. Yeah, hints.
He won't say who he is or what he's doing, but I locked him up just to be safe. He seems familiar to me. Reminds me of someone who used to do business with Timsh, but I'm not sure.
Good work, Simmons. Now that that's handled, we can move on. You got the orders from Timsh, right? What's the next address?
Crow's Court off Bramley Street. But there's a problem, sir. The Forrestalls live there, and their kids used to sneak us food at the back door. I know it's the job, sir, but it's awfully hard seeing them turned out like this. They don't even have the plague. I've been there last week.
Excellent. Simmons, you'll show me this back stoop and we'll go in that way. Start tallying the place up. You've given us the tactical advantage. We'll get Timsh's money.
But, sir...
I'll put it another way. You think I care which door we kick in tomorrow? The next day? Behind each is another useless pack of aristocratic sots and their precious offspring. And I don't care if they all end up mudlarks.
Sir, they've been good to me.
Simmons, before I worked for Barrister Timsh, I was dredging out the real Weeper dens. You ever done that? Ever broken down a door and bathed in that stench? Fought housewives with blood on their faces, swinging at you with a piece of broken furniture. Other times it's just rats inside, hundreds of them, stripping some drunk to the bone. Maybe you'd like to be transferred to my old squad.
No, sir. Certainly not.
I used to call myself brave, Simmons. Till I saw a man lose a fight with a pile of rats. So when Barrister Timsh says all I gotta do is rough up a rich bastard, cuff him a few times till he stops talking about his rights, I jump at the chance. I cry with happiness. You understand me?
Yes, sir. We'll approach from the back stoop. They won't be alarmed when they see me.
Right. Good man. It's them or us. No room for heroes in the time of plague. Just do your job and I'll make sure you keep this posting.
Dang. Dang.
It's Dowd, isn't it? You wouldn't be in this district unless you were after Timsh's head.
What do you want?
Revenge. To do to Timsh what he did to me. I want him homeless, a victim of one of his own eviction documents. I've prepared one, complete with the forged signature of the Lord Regent. Please, go to my old apartment. It's right next to Timsh's estate. Here's the address, but I doubt you can get inside from the streets. There you'll find my journal, which contains the entire plot and everything you'll need. But you're a businessman like I once was. I don't expect you to do this for free. If you do go to my apartment, you'll find something stashed there. Consider it your payment in advance.
Alrighty then. That was easy. Alright, so we need to go into the old apartment. So we'll go this way. Ah, Billy. So Roland was this guy's name.
The general's on his way. Things got nasty in the upper city. We handled it.
One less mess for the watch to clean up.
Wait a second. Like, I hear the room. Oh, I see. Permanent 10 key needed. I think we need the apartment 10 key to get to that room. Blink down. Actually, you know what? I think that's what I need over there. Oh, it's the painting I gotta touch. Another rune. Love to see it. Apartment 10 key, eviction, drone. So Timish thinks he's invincible because he carries a letter from the Lord, giving him legal immunity from state seizing his goods in case of plague. He carries it everywhere like a talisman. But he's also drafted an instrument of his own destruction. The document he uses for evictions... Excuse me. For evictions is a generic form drafted by the Office of the Lord Regent. It was trivial to acquire a blank one. Acquiring a forgery of the Lord Regent's signature was less easy. But thankfully, some of my old connections are still loyal. Now, all I need to do is swap the two documents. Getting close enough to Nimish to do it won't be easy. I may need help from a professional. Once that's done, the fool just needs to push to go down, and that's the second part. Inside Timish's basement, there is a device that circulates air in the building. If some material happened to find its way into the device, the building would reek like a weeper's den. I had to be particular about the actual material, as I do not wish to infect the guards or servants with the plague and cause needless suffering. Unsavory gentlewoman living in Unit 10 has offered to provide the odorous item. A sturdy sack to contain it. She carves my rune in exchange, so I will be forced to part with it. She craves my rune in exchange, so I'll be forced to part with it. She has given me a key to her unit so I can go back so I can go and get the sack when I am ready to make my move. I have a feeling, this is just a gut feeling, but I believe she's a weeper now. Alright, before I go to apartment 10, I do want to kind of get to Billy. I do want to hit the stash. Wrong way. Because I can hit the stash, I can get loot, I can get more gear, I can talk to Billy, and then we can go from there. So I need to get to that platform there. Blink the distance I can blink just yet. Map. Map.
Indeed, I believe so.
Timish is vigorous for a man his age. He's known to keep himself armed with a sword and pistol, even when in his own home. He's been observed to generally... Excuse me. He's been observed to be generally restlessness and mobile, pacing throughout the building, from his bedroom on the top floor to the lobby of the law offices on the ground floor. Timish keeps his mother's will in a chest in a storage room near the lobby on the ground floor. Front door leads into the law office's lobby. Space is 2 stories high with balconies overlooking the lobby floor. The second balcony on the facade, glass doors, leads directly to Tim's office. Top floor balconies on the right and left of the building, easy access. A back door leads to the basement. It's kept locked, but a key was easy to find. A dumbwaiter accessible in the basement connects all floors, but it's a one-way trip. Once you get out, the panel shuts and the platform returns to the basement. Interesting. Timsh carries a key with him, and important chest or cabinets, or any important chest or cabinets are locked with it. Apartment near Tim's estate has rooftop access to the waterfront district.
Target, please, not now.
He's justifying himself to the rats in his office right now. Just inside the top balcony, there he is. See him? I imagine you could hit him from here. I'll stick around if you don't mind. I'd like to watch.
Alright, so we talked with Billy, we got the loot. Let's go ahead and head back to... Blank just makes these games so nice. I know that's like part of the reason it's designed this way, but like, you know, I can't help but enjoy it. It's so nice. Alright, so we're gonna go to apartment 10. We got a ruin. Location. I don't remember the will being a factor last time we played. Only because I don't trust myself with that jump. Cultist scribblings. This one was a father. He sired 6 of 3 mothers. He drowned one of them, but it was not his fault. One day, the child's grandfather discovered what happened, but the old man did not agree with that assessment. What? Cultist scribblings. This one worked so hard, he broke both of his hands. When he was of no more use, they threw him out. His mother cared for him until she died, after which he turned to begging, then he died. This one liked to carve wood. Once he carved a small whale. He spoke to it and kept it in his pocket. Its grains knew of all his secrets, just as I do. This one was a teacher. She used to teach children about the black-eyed one she saw in her dreams. No one knew, but then one of the children went into a trance and began to cry her name. Then the overseers came. Alright, so there is a... Ouch! Alright, before things get too wet and wild, though. Like that. So, no. This one was born to a wealthy family. He stayed out of the countryside because it was the only place he could see the stars at night. He was never educated, so he did not know what they were. He used to pray to them.
I've always wondered. What does he smell like? Rotting flesh? Wild flowers? Does he ask you questions? I wonder when he'll speak to me. I hope he dies a lingering death.
That's, teamish.
Here's one last lesson, for old time's sake. The barrister was a champion at finding his enemy's weak points, but he didn't see Delilah as a threat until it was too late. No one's watching Delilah now except you. And me, of course. I see everything. I see forever. And right now, I see a man walking a tightrope over a sea of blood and filth. The Empress is dead, and the water's rising. You've got Rothwild packed into a crate, bound for the frozen north, Dowd. Surprisingly clean work for a man with so much blood on his hands. Did the Empress change you? Or do you think this will help you dodge what's coming? You'd better hurry. You're running out of rope.
Uh-oh.
You were in a daze. I hope it was enlightening.
You could say that. It is interesting, too, to have the outsider kind of, like, sit there and, like, berate you for your decisions. You know? Having been, such a cold-blooded killer. Jeez, that guy. Guy scared the daylights out of me being there. Being such a cold-blooded killer and then all of a sudden not. I want to look at... Can you go inside? Please? You're not going inside.
Did you hear Morris was dragged off by the Overseer? Some black magic nonsense? Shut up.
You kidding me?
Now what?
Oh, my word. Should be post. It's not. Well, alrighty. Sorry about that, y'all. I wasn't expecting. I wasn't part of me naively hoped that that guy wouldn't be, you know, so in sync with his counterpart. So we'll go inside. We'll do the thing, we'll skip the dialogue, we'll get back to where we were. Hopefully quickly. We already read those like a minute ago. Move this. Grab this. Grab these. Look. Grab. Very curious as to what the sack's full of, but I'm not going to ask any questions. Billy's going to be like, oh, I wonder when he'll talk to
I've
me.
always wondered.
Here's one last.
Skip.
You've got Rothwild.
And skip.
You'd better hurry.
Skip.
You were in a daze. I hope it was enlightening.
Now we don't have to worry about that.
I hope he dies a lingering death.
So now, we just gotta be quick. My hope is that I can kind of just get down. Just do it there. Alright, now that we're inside, we're gonna save again. Just, I know I have more save slots, but I'm not hopeful. Statue of Delilah.
I understand your curiosity. I'm strange. I was a baker's apprentice in Dunwall Tower. A friend to Jessamine when we were girls. Then afterward, I made my name as a painter. Now, I'm obviously something much greater. I hope that satisfies you. Because you won't get more. I ought to just kill you. But I'm going to give you a warning for the sake of my sisters, who were very impressed with you once upon a time. Stay away from me. There are great changes coming, and I'll expect you not to interfere. I have influence in places you won't expect. But as for Arnold Timpsch, do what you want. I won't hold a grudge. I'm done with him.
Is that who you were looking for? Well, she's a bit of a bitch. And the artwork's hopeless. I know you have your reasons.
Are we just gonna, like, ignore the fact that she, like, came to life there? Like... I mean, I get it. I kind of would too, considering, like, how magic is in this world. Did you see him out of the corner of my eye? I kind of want to get him and bring him in here. Come here. Alright. Is this door locked? Okay. Letter from Roland. Dear Arnold, thank you for inviting my wife and me over for dinner last week. We both had a splendid time. I also appreciate you being so patient with our episode. Not many people are as understanding, and you showed considerable grace. I am also happy I was able to confide with you with my business arrangements. I am sure you will be able to keep this strictly confidential, but it was a relief to finally be able to vent about the frustrations and I much endure daily to a colleague who understands these sort of things. I hope that you will allow me to return the favor and play host to you for an evening. Oh.
Mother, this is Arnold. If you happen to awaken while no one is present, I've prepared this for you, to remind you of recent events to help clear your mind and put you at ease. The plague has ended. I have married and will become Prime Minister, just as you always wanted. My sister and brother are both here and doing well. Your last will and testament has been written and approved. We all love you, Mother. Now go back to sleep. Rest. Everything is fine.
I got a feeling not everything is fine. The Timish estate key. Letter from a doctor. Barrister Teamsh, I'm afraid I cannot in good conscience remain your mother's physician. The way you repeatedly deny her access to practices which could potentially restore her ludicity is nothing short of a death sentence, and I wish no part of it. Good day to you, sir. Dang! He's keeping his mother sedate, like, drugged up. That's... yeah, he needs to... Whoa. That's cool. I wonder. Also, I'm not sure if we'll finish this DLC today. We might. But for now, we're going to try to get through this one at least. This mission, and we'll go from there. We're probably going to stream a little, like, probably till about 6:30, I would say. In case you all are curious.
Bundry Rothwild, founder and proprietor of the Rothwild Slaughterhouse, has been declared missing. In the interim, workers are expected to report as usual to their jobs at this and all industries vital to the state of Dunwall, by order of the Lord Regent.
Yeah, so we sent him to Antarctica, essentially. Bathroom. Toilet. So this must be the... no. So I need a rewire tool, the alarm box. So that's Team's is area, which means the way downstairs is across the way. Oh boy.
Indeed, I believe so.
Is there no, like, stealth way? There's not. Like, I could just, like, sleep dart all three of them, but if another guy comes around, I'm kind of...
Young people. Of course they think they can judge us.
She's sensitive, sir. Isn't that what they call it?
Sensitive people are wrecking this city. Sensitive people don't collect taxes. And they don't burn out the slums or create the buffer zones.
Quite right, sir.
Her tinny little voice calling me a monster. As if this is Dunwall's first plague. As if I didn't watch my own grandmother cough her life out. We'll all die, Captain Blossom. If this isn't stopped. All of us.
Yes, sir.
When it's over, she can go to her parties at the Boils, or summers at the Saconin coastal towns. The money I've salvaged for her out of this. But first, stay where I've put her.
Yes, sir. You're a good uncle, sir.
Piece of
if I can
trash,
say
if you
that.
ask me.
When will the Regent's man be getting here? What was his name?
General Turnbull, sir. He was expected some 30 minutes ago, but sent an envoy to communicate his delay. He'll be here within the hour.
Very well. That makes me uneasy. Regent didn't notify me about this. I wonder if it's... Anyway, carry the Lord Regent's signature in my pocket, granting me full immunity to all plague provisions. I doubt even this general has such far-reaching protection.
I know of none else who do, sir.
I'll come through the door. We are a ghost. Holy. I didn't know you could hide underneath tables. Man, I'm telling you, the amount of stuff I learn from this game this far into its life cycle and playing it as I have still astounds me to this day. Dude, I didn't know you could hide underneath tables. That's freaking insane. Oh. Alright, here's my plan. We're gonna have to probably take them both out. Wait for them to turn their back. I might have to do the sleep dart, like bend time, then just tap them both, and then carry one off. I'm kind of in a pickle in this room until they move. We are so very good at what we do, gamers. Yeah, I use sleep darts, yeah, I cheated, whatever, but, like, also... Oh, a poem by Delilah. When pretty Emily awoke one day, she saw the world a different way. Her eyes now looked with a stranger's guile, her dainty mouth smiled a stranger's smile. Her hands now worked the stranger's wrath, her feet now walked a stranger's path. Emily fed another... stronger. The stranger's carvings drove her onward, and no one who looked on Emily's face ever guessed who ruled in Emily's place. That's how... Okay. I didn't know that. So, that's stuff for the other DLC. Bonded... Okay, so now... Got Timish... I don't want him to fall off his bed now, do I? There we go. So now what we need to do is just start collecting on the stuff we need to get yet. You are blind. Holy. I know it's like kind of a bit like, oh, he's just taking his time. Well, I mean, kind of, but also... I don't know if I've been officially detected technically. I mean, I might have because of Teach, but also like he's the target. So what I'm basically trying to do now is I got to get to the basement to put that in and grab the will for Thalia. Conviction list. Okay. Forestall, Crow. Dang, it's crazy, like... Like, some of the different estates that are, like, essentially being evicted are ones where it's like, I don't notice. Do anything childish. I have no rewire tools.
Benedict, I need to know what you expect regarding the Danforth Holding Company. They're only a month late, and they've been good for it in the past. Normally, I would hesitate to invent a plague infection complaint against them and have all their assets seized. But they have a link to the Boyles, and they, as you know, are on the Do Not Touch list. It's hitting a little too close to home. I'm afraid you may have to settle your dispute with them by some other means.
Alright, so now we just gotta continue down the estate.
Did they take everyone from the waterfront? I heard it's like a ghost town over there.
Another fight with that
Yeah, all of them. Once we see signs of the plague, we come down hard. You don't go through there on your way home, do you?
No, I swear it.
Yeah, you sure?
I swear it.
You better stay nice to me.
Of course. I have to go now.
Oh, I'm gonna have to knock her out. This is unfortunate. Poor girl. Deserves so much better. I'm sorry. But I can't risk. But I cannot risk getting spotted by a civvy. Especially one that's like so already just beleaguered. Let's see here. Where are you going, big guy? Both these big guys, I guess. Good grief. Turn around. I think I can like go.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night? Indeed, I believe so.
Funny. Uh-oh. I may be in a pickle.
I told her to keep the children inside. I told her.
We should have enough time. Cool, we did. Alright, so I'm thinking I might have to go outside in to, different in the bathroom. I think I'm gonna have to go through the outside in, through the basement, then up to do what I'm trying to do. But I don't know if I need the basement key. I think I remember that being a thing, but I also have his master key, so I might not need it. Because I know, like, it locks all the important rooms in the house and yada yada yada. Bodies are despawning. Well, I mean, once they're unconscious, it's not like they come back, so... Not technically the end of the world that they are doing that, but it is kind of one of those things where it's just like, where immersion? Okay, so I need to get to outside of this side of the... Oh, a note from Tim. Melissa, I know it's common practice for the maids to bind their hair, but I really think it does you a disservice. I am sure there wouldn't be a problem if you left yours free, as I would enjoy the sight. Ugh, this guy's a creep. If you have any other concerns about your dress codes, please speak with me. I am certain that we can find some leeway. I want to make sure you are comfortable while you work. Okay, so he's either a creep or actually cares about his maids. Given the nature of most people in this game, though, I'm inclined to think that he is a creep. Okay. Let's see here. There's a guy coming that way. Yeah, come on. Capital F. You to not be coming this way. Would be a really cool job assassination, but I'm not killing people if I can help it. Is he gonna look right in here? He's not. Oh, cool.
I told her to keep the children inside. I told her.
Alright. Do we still only... I have 5 ruins now? Darn. I didn't realize I picked up so many so far. Alright, well, cool beans, man. Let's do... What does this one do? 3? Movement speed is increased. What does Blink do? Rapid forward movement longer. For longer distance, time is frozen while you aim. Oh, so this is the bigger Blink. I will do that. Sorry, lady. Do you find it funny how it like gives you the key if you end up in here? There's some more herbs. Some more herbs. Okay. Dumb waiter directions. Place the item you wish to deliver on the tray, then use the dials at the floor with 1 as the RSI, 3 is team offers for the dining hall and bedroom. Pull the lever on the platform. Reaches that floor, bell. Once the load has been removed from the platform, the machine will automatically lower back down. If you upgrade the dumb waiter without selecting a floor, it defaults to 1. Please do not ride on the dumb elevator. All right, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna ride the dumb elevator. Dumb waiter. We're riding the elevator, boys. Oh. I wonder if it's because... Oh, I see what I did. 4... Sweet. So we did all that. We rode the dumb waiter up to just get back to the top floor. I'm such a gamer. But I do wonder if I could just drop down and live. Worst comes to awful, we just reload the save when we're already in the basement before we decided to do this stupid thing. But you know, gamer's got a game. Plus, we got food down here we can eat. Alright, so now, just need to get to Will. Wait a second. What was the new bone charm I got? Falling Star, mana, Undertaker. Gives you... Does that include unconscious people, though? Maybe. We'll find out.
That's strange. Jimsh doesn't name himself the beneficiary in the will. He's giving the inheritance to Delilah.
Good for her. Well, not really. We don't like Delilah. And the reason why will be revealed. Second, air circulator. Very much like to watch this.
Any chance you'll share your food with me tonight? Another night, another patrol with you.
What is that horrible stench? I can barely breathe. Oh, General Turnbull. Yes, I was expecting you. Please come.
Ah, Timsh. It smells like a weeper den. I thought we were secure.
And we are. The neighborhood is swept 3 times a week.
Barrister Timsh!
Please, call me Arnold. We're friends. Here, this will clear things up for you. The Regents arranged it. By the way, I don't think I ever got your first name.
What is this? Is this a joke?
I am not sure what you find funny about it.
Barrister Timsh, this is a letter from the Lord Regent dated a month ago, stating that your building is to be seized by the state immediately due to massive infection outbreak, and that your personal assets are forfeit if you do not comply immediately. A month ago? Are you showing me this to try to convince me that you're above the law?
What? Let me see that. This isn't possible.
Barrister, I am afraid I am going to have to take you into custody. And if I or any of my men contract the plague because of this visit, I'll see that your head rolls.
No. This isn't the right document. This...
Get him out of here before he starts bleeding from the eyes. And secure this court. It's under quarantine.
Yes, sir. He fainted. Now what? I don't want to touch him. What if I get sick? I'll just wait for him to wake up.
A fate worse than death for Teach. That's pretty huge. We'll talk with Nope, Billy. Billy is her name. And then we'll just sneak back this way to get out of here to go to the waterfront. We still need to get the will to Alia, though. May take a little bit of doing, but I think we do it just. Okay, so Billy's not gonna say anything. That's fine. Only slightly annoyed at that.
If he comes back, I'll earn another promotion.
Stupid guy.
Wait, who the heck did they see?
Sharp, we got a prowler.
Who did they see? I swear, this game just sometimes makes them aggro for the sake of making them aggro. Because I didn't knock anyone out. I didn't bring any enemies in here. The only thing I can think of is because I talked to Roland that they're just like aggroed on him about that, you know? Legal District Waterfront.
I saw Talia. She's waiting where she said she'd be.
Good. No comment about anything else, though? A lot of character, I will have to admit. Okay, so now we gotta figure out how the heck we're gonna get through here. My guess is I can go this. This. I don't think my blink's far enough for that lamppost, is it? Can't. No, it is not. Ooh. I mean, it is if I drop down another level.
The heir to the throne, Emily Caldwin, is still missing. Any person with information that leads to her discovery will be granted a substantial reward.
Sorry, I'm like going quiet. Thinking I can go down here, right? And swim? I think so. I think we can do this. But yeah, so we just dealt with Barrister Timch, which is good. If I recall correctly, though, there is... I think that's how I did it the last time, too, but I didn't actually stick around to watch him get
The
carried away.
barrister's enemies caught up to him. He's in custody as a plague victim. Here's the will as
That'll
agreed.
do nicely. Perhaps better. But you were promised information. Well, my uncle came under Delilah's spell. He was obsessed with her. Everyone knew she'd been a servant at the tower before she studied under Sokolov. She was a painter, an artist. Beneath my family's class, for certain. My uncle became infatuated. But he looked older and made us keep candles lit all night. He was afraid of the dark. One night we all went to Waverly Boyle's for a seance. It was an amusement. We didn't know what we were doing. I thought only the dead appeared at seances. But suddenly Delilah was in the room with us. My uncle nearly died of terror. She was there, but not there. We saw her as if she was very far away, standing in the old Brigmore Manor, painting at an easel, painting a name. It was your name, Dowd. That's all I know. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Well, there we go.
Timsh is ruined. He'll rot in Coldridge Prison if they don't send him to the flooded district. It's poetic, I suppose. Maybe I was wrong about you, Dowd. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go home.
Right, and with that, I'll be right. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Hold on. There we go. No. All right. Fat fingered the wrong screen. We're not ending there. I know the timing made it sound like it was, but we are not. I'm planning on going to at least 6. We'll see though. But I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. I drink too much water, and here I am needing. How on earth did they find 4 unconscious bodies? Anyways, we're back. We're back. No. Well, let's continue. The Surge. Delilah is a powerful witch who leads a coven and has moved into the ruins of Brigmore Manor. You've returned to your hidden base in the flooded district to plan your nexus.
Jessamine Caldwell's hands were all that was holding this city together. With her dead, this city was a fast disintegrating web of guardsmen, overseers, nobles, weepers. Maybe this was the world the outsider was trying to show me all along. For years, I'd held together a shadowy band of ex-mercenaries, street kids, and refugees through discipline and a bit of black magic. On the fringes of a city that ate up innocence and weakness. Maybe today was the end of that small world. I thought of Jessamine Caldwell's hands shuddering as she lost her grip on life. Whatever doom was coming, I deserved it. My people didn't.
Let's go. Improved armor, boot stealth. We're gonna buy boot stealth. I don't think we necessarily need the armor. I do want the range. Sleeping dark capacity 2. Yeah, we'll do it. Do we want to do bone charm capacity? I think we should. And then let's get some more sleep darts. There we go. We are all out.
Dowd, we've been attacked. Overseers are tearing the place apart. Looking for you. They're holding our remaining men, and their leader is in your chambers as we speak. If we take him out and free our men, we can still drive the Overseers back.
I want to know how the bastards found us in the first place.
Well, shoot, if I would have known that there were sleeping guards here, I wouldn't have picked up. Feeding Dowd. Another stinking mouth. That's what my mother said. A mouth that need be feeding for a mouth that need feeding for years on. When, jeez, they would sass her every time it opened. First words I could remember her saying that when she drunk for so long that her eyes stopped working for good. Drunk an ocean. It seemed to me. I left that patched up shack we called home, but before heading out, I reminded her of all the times she'd put her hands on me or thrown something at my head. The night she rushed me like an ox and sent me down the back stair. All the times she'd told me I was just another stinking mouth. Last thing I heard was her cursing me from her bed, cursing it the blind dark. Running with my pals, we had to stay sharp enough to make enough. Had to stay sharp to make enough coin to keep us from starving. I keep adding words where there's no words. Same story across the aisles. Not the biggest kids, but sometimes the smartest and the meanest when we needed to be. The only way to stay off the back alley mattresses. Not desperate enough to go out on the drain flats with the mudlarks. So it was the knife for us, trying to catch the eye of the Hatters or the boys from the Battle Street gang, so they'd take us on. But when a dandy from Serkonos stepped down from his polished coach and cracked my dear Dedry's pretty head and left her twitching and dying in the muck, I snapped off one of the wooden gazelles on top of the coach and drove the splintered end into his eye as deep as it would go. The last I saw of Dedry was still eyes wide to the gray sky. But now I like to remember her with a smile, laughing from the void at the one-eyed dandy with the gazelle coming out of his head. No one would take me after that. The City Watch made a full sweep once a week for months trying to catch me. Even the Grand Guard came in for Karnraka down in Serkonos. It seemed that Dandy's daddy was the Duke of Serkonos. I was too much trouble for my friends from the old neighborhood. Anyone who saw me tried to drive me away, threw rocks to get me to leave, or tried to get a bag over my head, hungry for the reward. Even the gangs cursed me on sight. Billy's bad luck, they'd say. Hexed. She'll make it bad for all of us. Oh, is this Billy's story? You may think you know what loneliness is, but I can tell you don't. By late in the month of harvest, I had a hate inside me that would have choked most, and I meant Dowd. It was early in the dark morning, the only time I could go out. Walking the streets of the legal district, I saw them up at 3 who looked like boys from the City Watch, but dressed out of uniform. They were all out for blood and coin, running some kind of murder racket, waiting on a drunk barrister to stagger out of a bar at just the right time. I didn't see him at first, but in the flicker of an eyelid he was on them, out of the cold night air. He used a single blade, nothing else, and it only touched each of them once. At the left side of the throat, blood splattering and steaming on the cobbles, quick movements, an occasional grunt, dark hair, and a glimpse of a long scar down his face. When it was over, he made for the root tarts. I'd never seen anything like it, so I followed. I could have stayed and looted the poor bastards he left bleeding. Could have eaten for a month, most likely, but this seemed bigger, so I tried to stay up with him, tried to stay hidden without losing my sight of him. All across Dunwall, into the wrecked and ruined parts, he crossed into what I could tell was his territory, hidden sentries in odd masks. I thought I had seen everything in the city, all the gangs, but this was something else. Clinging to the roof tiles and watching from behind chimneys, I watched, then followed him into an old building. Inside was all gloom, rotting carpets and desks full of rat-eaten papers, paintings ruined by the wet. There were weapons and practice dummies. Men lived here in secret, training with knives and crossbows. I lost track of him and continued to explore, but I was full. He'd known I was following and came up from behind. When I saw him, I froze, waiting for him to speak. You followed me, found this place, and now you're not begging or running for your life. There is nowhere to run, I said, and I am not very attached to it, to tell the truth. Oh. He came close and looked me right in the eyes, trying to see the light, some light inside that would tell him my story. You think you're already dead inside, but I'll give you something to live for. You'll fight for me and kill people like the ones who for you. I just nodded, feeling relief for the first time in months. Interesting. Alright, so some Joker is in my base. My people. Doing messed up stuff to my game. I'll have to teach this man some manners.
You mean he saw a chance for personal glory and acted prematurely?
Careful. Your careless words will bring us both down.
You worry too much.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Indeed, I believe so.
Someone get over here!
Well, save the search. Okay, so already into the thick of it, I see.
Brother Hugh was faster. He saw the chance and took it. Dice.
Alright, so one of them has a music box up top.
What was that?
Nothing.
Probably rats into everything.
Will our sisters in the oracular order make a pronouncement regarding the plague soon?
This one's done. There isn't any fight left in him. No wonder they keep to the shadows. They're nothing in a stand-up fight.
I'll wait for your word.
I hear the room. A grenade? Well, shouldn't have. Sleep darts. Thank you. Vertical artifact. Please log this superstitious artifact. It was found on one of Dowd's men in a training area in the Commerce Building. There should be a crate in the temporary headquarters for items of this nature. Deposit there after you've created a log entry for it first. Overseer Marcus. What one do you grant? Swift Shadow. You move slightly faster when in stealth mode. Yes, please.
squad after what happened last night?
Yes, of course.
Don't look up. Very unfortunate if you did. No, it's not no.
Ricardas claims he memorized the litany on the White Cliff in a night. Is it possible? Yes, yes.
Alright, that guy turns around. There's a captured assassin over there. There's one back behind him I can get to. Wait for this guy to come and move in more. Now. Meow. Meow. You saw the you saw the panic in my eyes, right? That was a almost instant loss thing, because I don't think I can just like the whalers. An excerpt from a journalist report on an organized crime activity. Oh. One gentleman of advanced age swore that his brother had been taken by the whalers, a notorious gang associated with the man called Down. Oh, goodness. According to Prester Mansfield, his brother Radoff was proud of working within the Royal Spymaster's Responsible Citizens Group, feeling no shame in reporting on what he perceived as shady dealings by his rivals at the fish markets. But this might have been the source of his trouble. On the 6th evening of the month of Hearths, Radoff came storming into Pieter's home, white-faced and panic-stricken, claiming to be been chased by a group of ruffians wearing the leather suits and vapor masks used by the men working in the whale oil factories. Pieter, however you say that, gave him supper and drink, sending him on his way later in the night, after which Radoff was never seen again.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse? Indeed, I believe so.
It's very funny how we're just basically doing the same thing that we did with
The prisoners are secured, but the interrogations have been unsettling. The ones that talk are worse than the ones who won't. And they're still there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe in trouble.
What does all this mean? Could Dowd have been working with the former Lord Protector?
What? Impossible.
The eradication of Black Sally. Before Slackjaw ran the streets in the distillery district, there was no boss more ruthless, violent, or dedicated to squeezing the average citizens for coin than Black Sally. Like so many from Morley, she was a paled skin and green-dyed, with hair as black as the void. They say that she started young, and as a girl, she'd stun a man with her looks, coming upon him in an alley, then smile a one-sided smile and suddenly run him through with a knife. She'd have his money and be on her way before he breathed his final breath. As a boss, she was worse, ruling over the meanest street gang Dunwall had seen up to that time. Her operation touched everything from shipping to prostitution. She even had a racket going with the Bakers Guild, a finger in every pie indeed. One man, watched Captain Jules Rubin, made it his mission to stop her and keep the case going for half a decade. Black Sally met her end when Rubin and his men lit smoke fires in barrels near the warehouse where she had hid out during the day. As she and her gang rushed into the streets, terrified the building burning, Captain Rubin and his top officers threw nets over them and ran them all through with a blade and pistol shot.
Stop this nonsense. Focus on the task at hand.
But sir, these drawings and maps appear to show that...
Enough! We don't have time for useless speculation. The world could be here any moment. We must be vigilant.
Yes, sir. Of course. You are right.
Seems I'm in a bit of a pickle. Seems I've gotten out of my pickle. Word. Never punished. Ever punished. Okay, they're both still unconscious. Heard the wet slapping. I was like, oh, please do not tell me that somehow killed him. No, we're gonna save. We haven't done that in a hot minute. Yeah, we really have not done that in a hot minute. Good lord. Ballsy gamer. Okay, let's see here. Stairs. Dang. Well, there was an attempt. And that is why we saved. Okay, so... can't go that way. We could try to lure that guy out. Around. I do like how fast I move without my equipment out and being in stealth mode. Very nice. Oh, the music box guy's right there. Okay. We do some of this. So two are going upstairs. I could just like tag him now. I think what I'm going to need to actually do is something a bit more. Okay, we can't go that way. I have to... can I... can't remember the layout properly. I think I can go this way. I gotta go out this way to get that other captured assassin, so... how many sleep darts do I have? 11? I'd rather not risk them here. Like, I could get the group of them that is downstairs yet. But I kind of want to just do... what do I have to do? How many runes do I have? I need 2 more to do what I want to do. Let's see, can I get up to my chest now? So we can't. We'll read those books later.
Is it true that more bone charms have been taken from apostates since the time? For the last time, where is Dowd? You're only moments from death.
Wait. Stop.
Talk or die, scum. It's all the same to me. Tell me where he's hiding.
Keep your eyes open. Got you now. Flank him. Where are you? Here you are.
Cut the rope. My hands are tied. I'll survive. I'll await your signal.
Well, we're just gonna roll with it. Because at this point we're kind of stuck. Whirlwind. Don't need. We're not really doing combat, you know?
Never doubt.
I like how I get stealthy, like, actually quiet in real life, too, when I'm playing this game. Alright, here's my plan. Okay, my plan is not working out so well. Right now. I need those two to get away from the upstairs. So I can grab those shock mines. Please tell me you're gonna go downstairs.
Are the new applicants as weak as the lab said? No, no, no.
Oh, those are arc mines. Uh-oh.
Huh?
Are you... Oh, we're definitely not getting the perfect stealth route here. Good grief. Yeah, it's definitely despawning the unconscious bodies, which is fine.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse? Yes, of course.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to go down there and get those sleep arrows that I had left earlier. Pretty freaking fast. Yeah, see, it despawned all my bodies. That's funny. I didn't know it did. Like, I had a feeling it did. I just didn't realize it was that fast about it. Maybe I can use that to my advantage. Two idiots get to stay by each other. Alright, what's this book? Sokolov, Technology in the New Age. One of the advantages of Sokolov Technologies is that they share the same... Oh, yeah, I've read that one already. Alright, let's go down and pick up some of my heroes. There's only 2. Puts me at how much? 9. That's enough. Wait, were there shock mines? Stun mines? Rather? Nope. Well. Well, there might be some in that one room. Let's see here. Thing to read here. We could have gone. Well, memories. From a captain's deathbed, I tell you the sight of the animals is uplifting. Size the largest boats and sings, and its songs resound across the ocean. The great fins are as long as 2 men, a single fin. Oh, this is black as the rocks at the bottom of the darkest waters, but the remainder of the animal is as white as Tivian snow. Its tentacles, hanging beneath its face, are the palest white, twisting and dragging in the cold depths. When the great whale breaks, everything is lost from focus, distant and diminished, as if you're transported to a lost, lonely place that cannot exist. My entire life I've ran after this dream, burned into my mind when I was but 10 years old. Since my first year at sea, the apparition has never left me. I hunted its trace, followed half-told rumors or the thinnest of clues, part of a song played by musicians in a Morley pub at the edge of town north of Cockney? Once from a sketch found among the belongings of a dead sailor, or on rare occasions I was guided by more substantial evidence. An evening meal and a conversation with a captain who sighted the great whale a season past. At 13, I was already familiar with the railer foam, and by 16 years old I was second captain, sailing uncharted stretches of sea. When I got my own rickety boat at 20, I already known as the bloodiest whale hunter in all the Isles, the most consumed, the maddest with frustration. Hunting and killing hundreds of whales, I never saw it again. I drove my ship and my men like hounds in the worst of winter. Over a lifetime, I carried hope of seeing it, touching the cool, dead flesh. Once it was hoisted over the deck, I needed to hear its song again to understand the effect it had over me, to immerse myself in its final moments of life. Now, racing against my age and infirmity, my growing menace is killing this vision, this childhood dream. So I wondered if it was ever real to begin with. My life seems already written, and I have failed. I realize now that it was crazy, this dream. Did it really exist in this world? And yes. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna save here.
was that?
Nothing.
Probably just a ring.
Hey, sleep dirt.
They lived here for years, killing and stashing treasure. These buildings are probably riddled with trapdoors and false walls.
What's going on there?
Uh-oh. I need to get...
Ricardo's Cliff. The litany of the White Cliff in a night.
Is it possible?
No, no, no.
I really want the bone charm that makes him choke out faster. It is beyond handy here. So this dude is going to come back in at some point. Overseer salt plans.
This map shows a coordinated sweep of the flooded district, but the overseers here didn't stick to the plan. Someone must have tipped them off.
Restrictor. Restrict the wandering gaze that looks hither and yonder for some flashy thing that as easily catches a man fancy in one moment, but brings calamity in the next. For eyes are never tired of seeing, nor are they quick to spot illusion. A man whose gaze is corrupted is like a warped mirror that has traded beauty for ugliness and ugliness for beauty. Instead, fix your eyes on what is edifying and what is pure, and then you will be able to recognize the profane monuments of the outsider. Interesting. Alright, so this dude's gonna come back inside. We will need to use a sleep dart on him, which is a little annoying. I don't think I can. I can. Sweet. Very nice. Bullets, the fourth stricture. Restrict the roving feet that love to trespass. They pay no heed to the boundary storms of a neighbor's field. They wander into foreign lands only to return with their souls blackened by iniquity. Where have you strayed that destruction now comes behind you? Would you walk across the burning coals or broken glass? And then why do you prowl into the homes of the honest or into the dens of hidden things? For the result is the same. You'll fall into the void. Instead, rest your feet on a firm foundation so that when the winds of the outsider shriek against you, you'll stand firm and not be thrown. Abbey of Every Man. The Abbey of Every Man is a seat of religious power and inspiration for all overseers across the Empire. The order arose over the years to protect the common people from the ravages of the outsider until the need for certain bastion of authority was deemed necessary. This imposing structure is a destination for pilgrims seeking refuge or guidance. Many mistakenly attribute the Abbey's construction to the High Overseer Benjamin Holger, when it was actually Holger's successor, John Clathering, who laid the foundation. Shortly after the abbey was completed, every overseer in the land gathered there and began a trek to White Cliff. There, a great siege commenced. As overseers purged the region, the battle raged against the heretics, witches, and thralls of the outsider. Though Holger was killed in the struggle, White Cliff was cleansed and the Ceremonial rites that followed lasted for a month, giving birth to many invocations and speeches, which were inscribed in tombs and carried back to the abbey, where they are still feared today. Well then. Should pick up your music box and toss it away.
Will our sisters in the oracular order make a pronouncement regarding the plague soon?
Pick the other sleep dart. Okay, so there's another assassin down here.
This is a waste. These ones never talk. Look at this. Are you paying attention? I pull the pin in a moment. No one will even know you were here.
I'll await your signal.
Could just do the whole spend time, drop down, sleep you. He ate that first sleep arrow though, that is annoying.
Thank you. I'll wait for your word.
Where's my last assassin at? Indeed, I believe so. Let me see here. Notes. Clues. Notes. I think we did everything, right? There's no abandoned journal. I've managed to make a space for myself here, thankfully. Roadstore is all but completely abandoned up in this room. I'm protected from the occasional scavenger and the flooding during heavy rain. I'd like to return to my office in the Commerce Building to see if I can find some of my old books, but I've yet to build up the courage. Eventually, I'll run out of canned meats, and then I'll have no choice. No need for courage when desperation kicks in. Yeah, those are just darts, aren't they? Oh, my ankle. Oh, but there's a book here. Pump system report. Log entry. Standing water not more than ankle deep. Something must be blocking the drainage. Log entry. Drainage was cleared and the standing water isn't an issue any longer. No, pump system may be sufficient for high volume situations. Log entry. Waist high water. Drainage problems again. The accountants are going to have to swim to work if something isn't done about the pump system. Last day in Redshore. My new post starts tomorrow. I've restated my concerns about the pumps. I suggest my replacement check the valve pressure and system mechanical integrity immediately. I freed all the assassins, right? Oh, there's a book here. The Estate District. Home to the most powerful families. Oh, I've read that in the regular Dishonored. This guy's face pattern is ridiculous. Alright, I think I know how I can get... Yeah, because I can just go right up here. Already cleared this out. You know what? I got enough sleep darts, and we're almost here, so we're just gonna kind of go loud. Yeah. If I can get this guy, though, without using sleep dart, I will. You see, like, it already cleaned up all the corpses over here. Boink. Boink. Overseer Pike. We've taken the Commerce Building. A temporary headquarters has been set up in a nearby structure. My men are dealing with a number of captives that should prove to be very informative. We've achieved a total victory here, catching the enemy by surprise. The plans for a larger coordinated assault were obviously unnecessary. I am confident that Dowd will show himself and be in our custody shortly. Overseer Leonard. Dowd's log. 18 years into the stretches rock in the city of filth, I have felt the blood of scholars, of noble pedophiles, of guildsmen, of unfaithful lovers, of politicians who are far too just for their for their own good, and of law enforcers who came too close to bringing the wrong man to justice. Why should an empress be any different? Why should I feel the entire weight of this dying city crushing down on my back? Corvo, Lord Protector, is of Scornus, just as I was. I might have known that fact already, but it didn't matter until I recognized it in his face. It brought back distant memories of home and the optimistic young man I once was. What would I find if I went back there? Would I find that it is rotted from the inside just like Dunwall, or will it only appear that way because I'm the one rotted? done here. I get from... Should be able to, right? I need to free that last assassin and then we're done.
Give the word, sir. What's our next move?
Yes. Capture as many as you can. Their plans are ruined. Give me a report.
We'll take the Overseer who led the attack and find out what else he knows. As soon as he's conscious. It seems the Overseers are marching into the flooded district, planning a massive assault against us. This Overseer Hume went against orders and attacked early. Our men, the ones you freed, were able to rout the remaining zealots. This place belongs to us again.
How did the cursed Overseers find us?
It's my fault. I told Delilah where we were hidden. She wanted me to turn on you.
You did this.
But I can't go through with it.
Stupid child. All you had to do was cut his throat.
He deserves better. I was an idiot to listen to you.
So that's your choice, then. Dowd. Her betrayal would have been the sweetest. But either way, the Brigmore witches will be your end. You should have forgotten my name the day you heard it.
I think it was always understood between us that I'd see my moment and take your place. I moved too early. You weren't weak, like I thought. I'm only sorry I didn't pick a better ally. Delilah made contact with the Overseers. I thought, between the three of us, we'd have you dead to rights.
We can blame the Zealots for that. Overseer Hume was too quick to move.
My life is yours now. Kill me, or let me live. If it even matters to you.
Touching and pathetic. If I see either of you again, I'll tear out your stone-cold hearts and walk in your skin.
Obviously, we're gonna spare.
I forgive you. Get out of here. Leave the city. Leave my sight, Billy. I give you your life.
There we go. Wow.
When Billy Lurk was 8, she wanted to be the captain of a ship. From the moment she met you, all she wanted was to be a killer. She watched you, learned from you, and then she saw you losing your grip and decided to take your place. And now, she's limping to the outskirts of the city. She'll pay a smuggler to get past quarantine. She'll watch herself for signs of plague for a while. Gradually, the fear and grief that seep into your bones in Dunwall will dissipate, and she'll find a new name and a new use for her skills. Even if Dunwall burns to the ground, one corner of the Empire will still know your story. Dowd, killer of an Empress. Dowd, who spared his betrayer's life.
Yep, no, that makes sense. Rescue all my assassins. Spared Billy Lurk. We only didn't find one bone shard, but it's alright. The Knife of Dunwall. And that was it. That was the Knife of Dunwall DLC. Surprisingly, was able to get that done in just over 2 hours. I thought it'd take a little longer. What I'm thinking we'll do is I'm not quite ready to start on the next DLC. I want to give it a little bit of time, but I am going to go over more thoughts about this DLC before we go into the next one. I didn't realize that the whatchamacallit, that poem is the plot of what Delilah is planning on doing. And I'm not sure if this song is copyrighted. It didn't ping anything on YouTube when I had uploaded it there. But I also kind of just skipped it, so I'm going to do the same here again, unfortunately. I don't think it shows... Yeah, it doesn't show. So, with that, though, that is the Knife of Dunwall DLC. So, we finished that. We can go back to the main menu. The next thing we have is the Brigmore Witches, which is the next bit of DLC here. We're not going to start it just yet, but this is what we'll... Next time we play Dishonored, we'll go through this DLC as well. I think this one is technically longer than the last one. So, the Knife of Dunwall DLC kind of gives you a little bit more backstory of, like, the city of Dunwall through the eyes of Dowd, who's been more involved with its underbelly. And then also in the sense of, like, more world building, and, you know, it's also kind of nice too, because a lot of the missions kind of feel like they were cut from the main game, especially the first two, where you go through the Whaling District, and then you go through Timish's estate to deal with him. A couple things, though, worth noting is, even though this DLC only has, like, 3 missions, they're very, very good missions. I really did enjoy... I think Teemp's mission is the one I enjoy the most out of all of them, but only because you, like, get to learn how, like, disgustingly bureaucratic the city is, and you get to learn to hate the High Lord Regent all the more for what he did in the base game. The difference being, though, in this version, though, you don't really get to interact with that. And out of what you do in the Knife of Dunwall, the DLC is very, very minuscule of a scope, because it's building up to Dishonored 2. And this is the DLC that really brings you, the Brigmore Witches really brings you into Dishonored 2, and the plot that Delilah has. When you play through the DLC, you'll get to know, and I'm not going to spoil anything here, but that poem we read is very, very important for her plot. And I don't know if they mention it in the opening cutscene of this, so we're not going to get into that. But I think we're going to call this here for sake of ending this stream. We finished the Knife of Dunwall, got a couple good streams out of it. I'm not sure... I do want to stream more today, but at the same time, I'm content with this being it for today, so I'm probably just going to call it there. Tomorrow, Monday, we'll start the Halo 3 playthrough, and then maybe also start a fun game. I talked about Undertale sometime last week. We are going to start the Undertale stuff at some point. I'm thinking I'm going to try to do that on Tuesday. I'm not sure how that game is set up. I haven't even booted it up yet, so I'm hoping that after work on Tuesday, I can go get it booted up before I start streaming at 5 to go through and, you know, see how the game works, and then go in to, like, set up the stream for it. I think I should just be able to do what I do for my most streams here. But, at any rate, I hope you guys have a great day, have a good night, and all that other stuff. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll be... At some point, I'll actually set up the schedule to have, like, proper games up for stream. But for now, don't plan on anything for that. We are going to be ending stream here. We will have more content available for you throughout the week. The Halo review, I might end up just turning into, like, a retrospective review for both Halo 2 and Halo Combat Evolved, and then eventually Halo 3. but that will kind of depend on what next week announcement is for Halo. But enough of that, enough yapping. Thank you for tuning in to the Knife of Dunwall. There's not much to say about this DLC, except for the fact that I just like having more Dishonored to do and play, which this was nice for. At some point, it'll probably be once I'm done with the Brigmore Witches, I will talk about Dishonored again as a whole series, and then go and start the Dishonored 2 playthrough. Something I am going to do too is I'm going to do a video game discussion stream. It'll be a just chatting. I'm working on a screen for it right now that I would tease, but I am very disheveled looking right now because I went outside and walked earlier in the rain without an umbrella because I'm not the smartest man alive. But anyways, thank you guys once again so much for tuning in. This video will be uploaded as a VOD, I think later tonight, along with the rest of the Knife of Dunwall DLC. So if you want to watch that, that'll be on my YouTube. But anyways, appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great day. See ya. Take care.